Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going to break down how Java handles data, right from the very beginning.
All right, here's what we're going to cover. We'll start at the foundation and work our way up to performance. So first things first, how does Java actually hold on to your data? It's a fundamental question.
Java basically has two ways. Value types are like cash in your hand. Reference types? That's the address to a vault.
Let's start with the absolute basics, the primitives. These are your fundamental building blocks for all data.
Now, what's cool is that every single primitive has a corresponding object version, a wrapper class.
See? The compiler makes assumptions. It thinks any whole number is an int unless you tell it otherwise. That's why you need suffixes like L or F. It stops big numbers from causing errors right away.
So it's a trade-off, right? You either save some memory with float or get way more precision with double.
Okay, so how does Java connect these two worlds? Well, it uses a neat little trick called auto-boxing.
So as a programmer, you just write your code like normal. You can add an int directly to a list of integers.
But here's the magic. The compiler is secretly converting that int into an integer object for you. All right, let's shift gears and talk about the object you'll probably use most, the string.
To save memory, Java actually keeps a special pool of all the string literals you create in your code. And this is a super important concept. Once the string is made, its value can literally never change. So, what happens when you modify a string inside a loop? This has huge performance implications. Yeah, just look at these numbers. Trying to modify a string over and over is incredibly slow. When you visualize it, the difference is just staggering. It's creating thousands of wasted objects. So the takeaway is simple. If you need to change a string a lot, String Builder is the tool for the job. Okay, let's quickly run through the key points we just covered. A quick review. First, that core difference. What was it between a value type and a reference type?
Easy. Value types hold the data directly. Reference types just hold an address pointing to that data.
All right, next up. What about that compiler magic, auto-boxing? What's that all about? It's just that automatic switch between a primitive, like int, and its object version, like integer. And finally, the big performance tip. When is String Builder the absolute right choice? You use it whenever you're modifying strings a lot, especially in loops. It'll keep your code fast.
So knowing all this now, what part of your own code are you going to look at a little differently?